for another interesting video. I'm coming to you from southwest New Hampshire, and this subject is related to my last two videos on ancient stone chambers and so forth. And although it's kind of related to those stone chambers, it more has to do with our ancient ancestors, who they believe built a lot of these stone chambers, especially around New England. I've been talking to you about, and sorry, I gotta scratch my eye. There we go. And but this has been on my mind for a while because I've heard of the people today in our 21st century, especially young people, don't really think much of our ancient ancestors in a lot of respects. And I disagree with that. I respect our ancient ancestors. Today we, I think a lot, this generation in the 21st century, this time period, however you want to put it, thinks everything, we're smarter, more capable, more of doing things and so forth. And I don't totally agree with that, because we have computers today, calculators, all this kind of, technology, our laptops, tablets, cell phones, all this other stuff. And a lot of it's great. I'm not, it's helping me do these, videos, to present these videos to you. And granted, our ancient ancestors could not fly into space like we can. That we do have the ability to do that. They are not, or they did not, rather, excuse me. A little slip there. So, that, yes, we are able to do over that they were not able to do. But, on the flip side, I have to say that I admire, I respect our ancient ancestors, because without them we wouldn't have our world today, our Western society, or Eastern society, as well. So I respect, those that came before us way back in the past, from, the ancient Israelites, in Hebrews, to the Carthaginians, to, who built Carthage. Hannibal, who fought the Romans, came from Carthage, and the Phoenicians, to the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians. I mean, oh my gosh, I mean, here was people that were able to, without a computer, okay, today I don't think some people today could get the precision that the ancient Egyptians did without a computer. doing it for them. You know, making the measurements and everything for them, and then a laser to cut it and so forth. But these people cut these stones to build their pyramids, their monuments, their statues, their temples, um, and so forth, with unbelievable precision. All without electricity, machines, or the kind of machines we have today, without computers, calculators, whatever. They all used this, that gray matter in between the ears. They figured it out, they learned, and they accomplished it. They put it to work, and they accomplished it. I mean, and from the Egyptians to the Romans. I mean, look at the what the Roman Empire, uh, you know, gave to Western society. You know, aqueducts, roads. I mean, you know, the Great Colosseum and other. I mean, look at the things that they built. You know, I mean, these people knew their stuff, at least to me. And I am not a, you know, granted, and I am going to admit, I love history. It's a hobby of mine. I enjoy learning it. Like the other videos, I didn't know about a lot of these about these stone chambers. So I'm still learning at my age, you know, about history. And it's fun. I'm not a PhD historian. And I do kind of regret that in some respects. I wish I had tried going down that career path. You know, I have taken online history classes through Hillsdale College out in Hillsdale, Michigan. Wonderful college, wonderful professors. You know, they offer some free online classes because the past couple of years I haven't really had, you know, didn't have the money to pay for the, you know, to pay for you know, credited courses to further my degree, but they are certificated classes. You know that, you know, they're free lectures. You take a quiz, you know, and so forth after the each lecture. But anyways, that's a rabbit trail. To medieval times, it seems like that a lot of people put down. Then from ancient Rome to, you know, a lot to the Greeks. Whew! Oh my God, the Greeks! Look at what the Greeks built. You know, and what they contributed to Western society. You know, the Greeks contributed, you know, democracy, form of government. Rome, if you want to talk government, you know, contributed, you know, representative republic type government. But back to Greece, you know, Greece, you had, you know, look at the temples they built and other, you know, stuff. Look at their historians that chronicled, you know, ancient history that we still have today. You had others, you know, philosophers from Greece, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. I'm actually taking a class through Hillsdale College on Aristotle. Quite learned for in person living in ancient Greece. He had intelligence up here. Mm-hmm. Who else? I mean, mean, Homer's Odyssey, one of the great works of literature out of ancient Greece that is still read and loved today. I mean, what a great story. I mean, for people that, according to some people, didn't seem to have any brains or intelligence, boy, they got they accomplished a lot. They were great writers, philosophers, the whole ball and wax, so to speak. East, on into, Asia and so forth, China and everything, their ancient ancestors there, building, the Great Wall of China and the great cities, walled cities and things that they, accomplished, and inventing gunpowder. I mean, all that stuff. To medieval times. Medieval times contributed a lot to Western society. Music, again, literature, libraries, school, play, more bigger and better places of learning and so forth. They weren't, to be honest, they weren't really dark times. I mean, they say they were, but they weren't. I mean, yeah, it was brutal. The warfare during that time was brutal. A lot of, fighting amongst kingdoms and stuff. They were united during the Crusades and to an extent for a while, and so forth. But, the list goes on. I mean, I don't want to take the time list, everything, the contributions and stuff. But I mean, even during the medieval times, look at what they could do. I mean, look at Notre Dame Cathedral, other cathedrals throughout England, Spain, other buildings and structures that are just amazing. The architecture, the all that stuff, it's just amazing, and it amazes me that some people don't give them the respect due to them for what they accomplished. These accomplishments, are amazing. I mean, like I talked about in my other videos, they accomplished coming here to the Americas. The Vikings and Irish monks and so forth. Possibly the Knights Templar and and so. That's an amazing feat, an amazing accomplishment. I mean, it's so. The castles that they built during the medieval times, those are just phenomenal, fantastic. It just, and the precision, the craftsmanship that went into what they did and what they made and so forth with their own hands, with their own brains, no computers, no gas-powered engines, or any of that stuff. And yet they built wondrous things, great things, that majority of it is still standing today. Unfortunately, some of the 7 wonders of the world that was, oh my gosh, I can't think of who it was Greek and chronicled. The Colossus of Rhodes. That was, look that up. That was phenomenal that they created that. Our ancient ancestors that lived on the island of Rhodes. That was just phenomenal. The Babylonians, were another race that, ancient ancestors that built this oh, what garden is. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain cramp. Sorry about that. But look it up. There's a big stone like garden that they you know look up. You know, Gardens of Babylon. Look at the pyramids of Egypt. I mean, the Great Pyramid of Giza is, I think, if I remember correctly, the last one of on the list of the seven wonders of the ancient world uh, that was chronicled by might have been Socrates, maybe, or no, one of the Greek historians. I forget now. I'd have to look it up again. Uh, and a lot of the others, uh, but the other six, unfortunately, have did wind up uh, falling prey to time. Unfortunately, but um, there are still others that are still standing. Other great structures to see, and their abilities to view their ability to. I mean, it's on display of what they were able to accomplish. You know, um, I mean, they had intelligence. They had tools. Maybe a little different than what we you use today, but they invented ways of getting the job done. Um, they learned, they figured it out without, like I said, without a computer. And so I respect them for that. And I think it's a shame. I think it's wrong to not respect them for that, to disrespect them, and to say that they weren't intelligent, or have you know couldn't do much of anything, or and so forth. I think it's wrong to say negative things about our ancient ancestors. We could learn a lot about you know how to live today, I think, from our ancient ancestors and our past and so forth. Even up to more modern times. Um, if we just take the time to learn about them, to learn the truth about them, and they weren't all horrible people. There was, bad people, back then as well. They did a lot of, there was not always times of peace and so forth. There was a lot of, fighting, like I say, amongst empires and kingdoms and so forth, and all that kind of stuff. It hasn't changed. I mean, hasn't. I mean, that's human nature in a lot of respects, but it hasn't changed much either. So, anyways, I better end this video. I don't want to go too long, but I wanted to. I had to get that off my brain because I've been thinking about that a lot, and so I encourage you look into. I've got books here on like medieval period and so forth. There's plenty of good stuff online on the right, places to learn about ancient civilizations, their accomplishments, how they lived, what they did, and so forth. A lot of DVDs, a lot of history programs through not only the History Channel, but other good history programs. I think Timeline is another good one I found on YouTube. They do a good job. As well as I saw a video that triggered my thoughts on this through PragerU, Dennis Prager's video videos that he does on YouTube, and other sites, other channels as well. So I encourage you to learn, explore, educate yourself on, and I think that you'll find that you'll have a renewed respect, a newfound respect for our ancient ancestors and what they did, what they accomplished, how they survived, the hardships, the ups and downs they went through, but they did it. They accomplished it. To me, it's really amazing. And I'm not saying that things that we can do today are not amazing. I mean, I think it's really amazing what that we can now fly into space, go to the moon, orbit around the Earth, send satellites, rockets, rovers to Mars and so forth. We had what was it, Voyager satellite, a while back, go past Pluto and we lost contact. But I think it's just amazing that we can we're able to do these things today. But like I say, I think it's amazing what our ancestors, our ancient ancestors, did and accomplished as well. I think they did some really amazing things through ingenuity, entrepreneurship, just all around capability, determination, inventiveness. I mean, the inventions they made, just amazing. Leonardo da Vinci, to name one inventor, during those time periods, or just a little bit past, but right, not too far after, and so forth. I mean, to get us where we are today. And so anyways, that's my encouragement to you. So if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button below. I appreciate you guys watching. I'd love to have some more, more subscribers to my channel. I'm not slowly getting used to this kind of speaking and so forth, trying to be more natural. In some respects, I get a little nervous in front of the camera, so forgive me. But I'm learning, I'm getting there. A little better each time, I think. But I'm having fun making these videos. I'm enjoying, the journey with them, learning things and so forth. So, if you'd like to subscribe, like I say, I would love it and appreciate it if you did. Hit the subscribe button down below. if you want to be notified on more videos, which I will be doing more videos, I'm working on, I'm going to give you a heads up, I am going to be doing some work on another video after this on Holy Communion, or otherwise known as the Eucharist, or the Lord's Supper, just a couple other names for it. So watch for that. So with that being said, hit the notifications bell down below so you'll get notified of that video coming up as well. And while you're at my channel, come on down to my channel, watch my other videos. I think you'll enjoy the other videos on my channel. And so with that being said, keep exploring, keep learning, keep thinking. Stay safe out there. God bless you. And have a good one.